Hello, my name's Glenn Vickery and welcome to my YouTube channel, Kiwi Bushcraft and Survival, and today we're going to be covering the Lee Decapper. Okay, so the Decapper is for removing the primer from out of the cases, bullet cases. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so this here is the Lee Decapper. This is a one for the 30 caliber, and basically I'll just open it up. Okay, so basically it comes with the this piece here, which is just basically I don't know, the pin or the whatever you want to call it, and this piece here is the base. Okay, alright, it's got the hole in the middle there. Alright, and it's just solid metal. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. So what we're going to be doing is basically, as you can see through here, some old cases that a friend of mine has lent me. These ones have still got the primer. Okay, the primer over here, as you can see here, the primer is still attached. Okay, and as you can see here, we can't see through it. Alright, now if you have a look at another one here, this one here, you can see here it's empty, there's no primer, you can see right through. Alright, and so here again you can see right through it. Where's that? There. Okay, so you can see that there's no primer there now. Alright, it's been removed already. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the primer from some of these other cases. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. Now it's quite simple. Alright, so first thing we do is we grab our case here that has a primer on it. Okay, and we place it onto our base. Right, and we get our pin here and we place that in. Okay, I'll just come back a bit so you can see. Alright, so we put the case onto the open part here, and then we place the pin into the top of the case like so. Okay, I'll come back a little bit more. Alright, and then we get our trusty hammer. Okay, you want a nice heavy hammer, and we just hold it and we give it a tap. Alright, until it goes through, and then you'll notice when it's gone through, you'll see the pin here has actually gone through the base of the case. Okay, and if we remove that from out of there, you'll see that the primer has come out. Okay, so you don't need a big machine to be able to take the primers out. Alright, here's the primer out. Okay, now if we come back down to here, okay, you'll notice, I'll zoom in, that when I lift the base up, okay, under here you'll see the primer, which is just over here. Alright, so there's our primer. Down a bit. Right, so there's our primer here. Okay. And that's what's come out of the try and get it to focus there. Right. Not very good focus, but that's our primer anyway. Okay, right, so what we're going to do now is, sorry, my mistake, just bumped the thing. What we're going to do now is we'll deprime a couple more. Okay, now so I can move that one to the side, and deprime a couple more. So here's another one where it's got the primer still in it. We place that through. Okay, over here, and we give it a tap. Okay, here's our second primer. Alright, done. Move on to the next one. Now some of these might be a little bit tight on the top here. Just bang it through. As long as it's 30 caliber, you're all good. Okay. This one here is like a bit yeah. Oh jeez, it's not good. Okay. What we're going to need here is a pair of vice grips. Okay, I do have a couple that are a little bit tight. These aren't my cases, as I said, they're a friend of mine's. Alright, so we can just pull that out with a pair of vice grips or something like that. Okay, so that one's out. Let's move on to the next one. Alright. Okay, that one's out. Next one. Okay, that one's out. Okay, this one here is one of the ones that's a little bit tight as well. Okay, we'll just, yeah, that one's gone through a little bit easier. And that one's out. Okay, and you can see all of our primers. Now you don't want to fill it up. This here, the base, you don't want to have it too full. Okay, so just push those out to the side. Alright, you don't want to fill it up too much. Okay, and we go to the next one. Alright, done. Alright, next one. Alright. Okay, so this sort of job here, okay, I've got about another couple to go. Got a couple more to go. Okay, so this is what you want to be doing. You want to be depriming your cases before you clean them. Okay, because what that will do, it'll get around the pocket here where the primer goes, and it just makes everything tidier and cleaner and seat better. Okay, so you're not going to have any issues. So I always deprime my cases, my brass, before I clean them. Okay, now with the Lee Decapper and base, alright, it's so easy. You can take it anywhere with you, and you can decap while you're watching TV. Okay, this is a little bit noisy with this workbench here because I've got all the brass bouncing around everywhere. Okay, just over here, all the brass is bouncing around everywhere. But if you're just doing one at a time and throwing it into a bucket or an ammo tin or whatever, you're all good. Anyway, just a quick one on the Lee Decapper and base. I think these go for around about $20. Okay, so they're only cheap, $20 New Zealand, and yeah, well worth having. One of the main pieces of equipment I use for reloading, and I'd highly recommend it. Anyway, like, comment and subscribe, and next video we're going to get into is using the CED brass tornado for cleaning this brass here. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Cheers. Bye bye.